The whole notion of a public speech in front of people you don't know can turn otherwise very competent, very verbal folks into a complete iceberg and freeze them up, shuttering the whole notion of making such a presentation. Yet with just a couple of quick techniques that we can all work with, we can be a very effective communicator on the public stage. First of all, I'd suggest knowing your audience. Know as much about your audience as you can humanly know, where they're from, what their interests are, what their ages are, backgrounds, anything they're studying, if they're in the college or high school realm. All of those kinds of things, little tidbits like that will go a long way to being able to effectively connect to the members of the audience. Don't forget to breathe. A lot of people will get up in front of an audience and they will be so scared to death they'll forget to breathe in and breathe out. Well, that's the most important thing. Breathe in and breathe out, and that will help set the stage for a great introduction. That's the next technique. Spend a little time on a great introduction. Find a way to pull the audience in to your presentation in a way that can connect to the audience. It's probably not the first thing you do, but after you've written a great speech or created a great outline for a great speech, spend some energy on creating a great introduction that can transcend even the biggest stage fright. If we can get the introduction right, we can get the rest of it right. Also, find a subject you're passionate about or a way to make the subject something that works really well for you. Find something you know a lot about if it's a subject over which you have discretion. Being able to share that passion with your audience makes quite a difference. Also, eye contact. Eye contact can keep the audience with you for your entire presentation. Unbelievably effective technique. If you can find a way to free up your eyes to engage in the kind of eye contact with the audience that keeps them with you, it's a big life changer in the public speaking realm. And that includes maybe not taking too many notes to the podium with you. If you can rely on just a couple of notes up there, that will free you up to have the kind of eye contact where you can adjust your content and keep your audience with you, getting the kind of feedback that the audience is giving you. Also, find some ways to add some value to your communication with hands. Use your hands to demonstrate size or quantity or specificity of something. And then also think about how to add value by using your own facial gestures, your facial expressions. That can also keep the audience enthused and engaged throughout your entire presentation. One other technique would be to use some personal examples. When it's a complex subject, if we can find a way to relate it to ourselves and the audience, that also helps the audience follow us. And don't forget the power of a great conclusion. If we can find a way to close the sale with the audience, so to speak, asking them to do what we're encouraging them to do, or putting a nice bow on the great message that we just tried to deliver to them, that's very transformational in terms of public attitude.